Swordsman! Welcome back to another Bit Legend video, boys. We have done the seemingly impossible. We've got the Swordsman blueprint. So, surprisingly enough, getting the legendaries to make this guy was not that difficult, but the blueprint has eluded me for quite a long time, and as of patch 0.4.1, they have upped the blueprint drop rate, and we've made it happen, boys. So why is this guy so good? More like, why isn't this guy so good? Or, that's not the way to say it. He's amazing. Let's just start there. So, attack closest enemy, 1 SP, attack closest enemy, pretty big damage on that one. Attack furthest enemy, a respectable amount of damage on that. And oh my goodness, full strangle is a really good name because 1 SP attack all is going to be the star of the show. And then, of course, he's got a 2 SP attack target enemy for those times when you're terrified of snipe and you're just trying to pick your shots. 25% damage bonus. 30% speed. He's got a lot of speed. His stamina is a little bit on the shy side. It's pretty close to where Deity's stamina is, and we'll take a look at him just for comparison. 447, and he is 422. So yeah, a little bit shy on that. If you are going to stable a legendary, this would probably be one of the guys to do, definitely. And so his stamina will go up based on that, but let's do it. So, Raid 2 Legendary, Raid 4 Legendary, I think. No, Raid 3. Sorry, Raid 2 and Raid 3. By their powers combined. Let's click that button. Oh, yeah. And there you go. So, this is the man of the hour. Look at that, with no Devour as of yet. I'm still going to focus on doing full armored mech first. I think he's probably going to be a little bit easier. But on the bright side, if I really wanted to focus this guy, I could, on the capture days, as far as the daily bonus, I can go and do raids 2 and raids 3, and hopefully we'll get lucky. I'm not a big proponent of throwing gems at bribing monsters. I don't think that's the best play to do. I mean, if you have like the perfect pet and the perfect accessory or equip, then yeah, maybe that's what you want to do with your gems, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's use them. Let's get in there. So we're going to put him into trials, and who do we want to... Let's take Moonlight out, because I want these guys in to get a decent comparison on DPS. I actually kicked everybody out intentionally there because I want to share the total stats. The epics at the top are plus 10, full armor mech is plus 0, Gosler Croc is plus 5, Deity and Swordsman are plus 0. So he's got the same total stats as a normal, ordinary, legendary plus 0, but let's get my team back in here. Auto, and then let's take this. Auto might have not been the button to press there, but that is fine. Swordsman, full armor mech, and let's do Deity. Okay. Full armor mech in the back, Swordsman in the fourth. Okay, there we go. Looks good to me. Looks good to me. In the run right after getting this blueprint, I actually got the Warlord blueprint as well, and I'm fairly tempted to make him. Maybe Warlord. I'm forgetting the name of the guy that makes Warlord, but maybe the guy that makes Warlord would be the one that I would suggest throwing some gems at, because he is so rare. He shows up randomly. Ooh, that's kind of nice. He shows up randomly in campaign. So I have personally not run into him. And maybe I'd throw gems at that just to get one of those going. Because I have a hunch that Swordsman with his 1 SP attack all and Warlord with his 1 SP attack all might be the dream team for AoE clearouts, and this is what I'm talking about right here. So bang, we hit that button. Gah. For comparison, plus 10 on final mech. Wait, that was the wrong button. Whatever, we'll get the right button. We'll figure it out. But look at that DPS meter. it's not necessarily the best comparison because they're not attacking at the same time, so Swordsman can just come in there and clear everything out, but I mean, it is what it is, fellas. Let's try this over here again. I will try to use Final Mech's 1 SP attack all skill just to show a comparison, but we might not get the chance. I mean, just look at that. God. How could you not want to stable that right there? And what is this? This is the... Okay, I did the right skill. So for comparison, look at that. They're not the same, right? And my Final Mech has more total stats than Swordsman. So, I mean, that's just crazy. It's a high percentage, boys. And I can do the heal right there. Let's let the autopilot do the rest of the talking as far as what you're seeing on the screen there. But we just blew through that like nothing. Like nothing. God. It's a little bit of a shame that he doesn't have that extra 5% total stats like Final Mech, or Full Armor Mech. I'm going to keep messing up these mechs, man. It's not going to get better. But, yeah, it's a little bit of a shame that he doesn't have that extra 5% bonus like Full Armor Mech. A little bit of a shame, but he's not showing it right now. He doesn't care what the number says. He's just going to delete everything on your screen. I'm hoping this will be helpful in PvP, so I'm looking forward to that. And I think that was my 5th Legendary Fusion this month, so I might be able to get the reward for doing that. I think it's like getting 2 total stats, which I'm not going to complain about. But wow, he is good. I just wonder if it's going to be enough of an impact in PvP, or is he just going to one-shot himself with deflect all the time? And he doesn't have that same snipe. His job is just AoE. I think if other... Oh, hey, look, we get to fight him. How ironic is that? But I'm thinking there's a lot of players that are using other low stamina people on their PvP team, and this might just be a really good way to knock everything out. He doesn't use his AoE attack there, but Final Mech does. It's just that attack all skill is the start of the show. Big damage there. And we wrap it up without too much issue there. I'll do a couple more. Let's keep it going. Hey, steel armor. Almost wanted to make him. He just cost those steel armor cost mechanical arms that you get from the black market, and it's overpriced. It's not good value. Not good value. Hey, legendary nugget. We definitely need those. I recently got a couple pieces of legendaries in World Boss recently, so we burn off all our energy there. I've got a helmet that I could upgrade that has 2% damage reduction, which would replace an epic that has 1.5% dodge. So that would be an improvement. The main improvement there would be getting around 100 more total stats. And I do like converting dodge to damage reduction. I think damage reduction is a much better way to go. It's more consistent, but it feels bad replacing a piece that has defense on it when I've got other pieces that don't have defense on it. So that's a little bit rough. But look at that. Let's go and compare it to the other legendary fusion that I just got. Actually, let's go here first. And is this it? So Warlord is the fusion, and Death Spiral is the guy that just shows up randomly in campaign, as you can see at the bottom of the screen there. I have not run into him yet. I don't farm a lot of campaign, I guess, but I've never run into him and he's never prompted me. And then Warlord over here, he has got a 1 SP attack all enemies. He doesn't have the speed bonus, so he's not going to pop off first, and his agility is a little bit lower, but if he's able to follow up with from Swordsman, then that's pretty significant. So 98 to 170, that is a lot of damage. That's a high damage skill, man. That's a high percentage. 98 to 172. And then Swordsman over here, instead of 98 to 172, he's got a tighter range, but I think the average is about the same. So the combo of those two guys, and if you want, not to shake a stick at Final Mech, even though I kept saying his name wrong the entire video, Final Mech has done me well. and then just let's compare his percentages over here. 30 to 90% 1 SP attack all enemies. So the biggest difference is the percentage on the skill. It is just vastly superior on those legendary fusions I just showed you guys. But look at that. We have been getting a lot of the guild ranking rewards. What is it? Nope, wrong. Awards, there we go. We've been getting a lot of these. So it's kind of sad for me. I want these, but these are more valuable, so I get it. You need, I think, 5 of these to make a warlord. And I think I've got 3 or 4 at the moment, and we're probably going to be getting some more. So it'll give me something to do. I think warlord is the only one at all that even uses this material at the moment. So we'll be going there. So yeah, like I said, I'm not a big fan of bribing legendaries. Definitely don't bribe epics. Just be patient on that one and it'll pay off for you. But the one exception would be Death Spiral. And I can make this guy have those too. And I think we'd be blowing up some stuff. So let's wrap it up with one more video. Do I want to do the other? I think Trials is a better way to show off Swordsman because you're attacking more enemies. In Ordeal, you're only fighting against waves of 3. In Trials, you're fighting against waves of 3, 4, or 5, or packs of 3, 4, 5. So that makes a little bit more sense there. And then, of course, PvP is always 5. But I wish... There we go, yeah. I just wish the autopilot would only use the 1 SP attack skill. What you saw right there. And it was quite glorious. Just imagine this guy plus 10 popping off, one-shotting everything every run. That's pretty wild. And this is basically my main hope of being able to keep up DPS-wise when you compare with what DPS players are able to put out with their character. But, man, look at that. Final Mech, he's still doing work, though. Look at Final Mech. The speedy boys are definitely winning as far as the DPS. A lot of everyone's talking about crit and crit damage, but you got to remember speed and agility really, really matter. Whoever hits first typically wins first because the damage is so high. So keep that in mind. This is the other fusion of Swordsman. This is Hero, the enemy that we're looking at right now. The downside of Hero is that he has like 200 stamina at my total stats level, and he just gets completely shut out. But if you can fuse him into Flame God, which is relatively difficult, but that's an endgame goal, then he gets obviously better in that. But I think Swordsman is the sweet spot. He's not too difficult to make, and I mean, the bang for the buck is right there. He's doing work. He's doing work. Very satisfying to see him just pop off. I'll manual the next team just to do that. Just want to see that ability go. It would be cool if there was abilities that allowed me to give my teammates SP. I know Engineer has similar abilities that can do that, but I think they could get definitely a lot more creative with that. And let's just take a look at this. Whoa, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage, fellas. And there's my pet doing its thing. I'm still cycling through the different pets and kind of messing around with it. But look at that. Beautiful. What is next? What is next on my list? So I think Warlord is the next one. If/whenever I get a prompt from the guy that I keep forgetting that goes into it. Death Spiral. If I get a prompt from Death Spiral, I think we're doing it. And I think we need just like 1 or 2 more materials, and we'll be able to make him, and that would be pretty terrifying. I posted a video when I was testing out the little angel pet where we ran into Warlord in Trials, and after taking basically 0 damage the entire run, he almost one-shot everybody except for my tank with the attack all skill. So it can roll high, and when it does, it is moderately terrifying. Only downside is that he doesn't have speed, so there's going to be a gap between the attacks, and you might not be able to get it in there as fast as you want to kind of follow up Swordsman. Also, if you saw that deflect, that's good to show. The deflect almost taking Swordsman down, but he manages to stay alive. He doesn't have crit, he doesn't have triple strike, so you're not going to see that weird kind of variance spikes, which might be a good thing because maybe he's got less chance of deflecting and killing himself. If he can survive 1 deflect, that's actually pretty good. It's working. It is working. I'm already forgetting who do I have in here? Moon? I wonder if Swordsman can help me in some of those difficult elims. I don't think that's the case because the only elim I'm struggling in is the attack random, and his stamina is so low that he would definitely get one shot by the attack random skill. The attack random debuff mutation, whatever you want to call it. So I don't think there's any help in that. Still, I think he's the boy. Definitely strikes some fear into the team when they can see your team in war mode and they see you have a swordsman. The chance of them trying to re-roll for a different opponent is probably going to go up a little bit as well. But feels good. Feels good. I've run into enough swordsmen in PvP that I actually consider sniping them out before the player. One, because I know they're not going to have like 2% deflect like some of these DPS players have just from wearing whatever gear they get. And also I know the stamina is so low that the chance of me one-shotting them is really, really high. Hey, we're fighting another one. I guess they know the theme of the video. But it's kind of nice if you're a DPS player, even if someone is sniping out your swordsman before attacking you, that means your chance of surviving is really high. And, you know, maybe you'll get one more attack off and that will be the one that'll decimate their team. But if they focus you down, then you still have swordsman. He's still going to deal damage in your PvP fight. But a couple more enemies here, and then we're going to wrap it. I'm going to go get my achievement. And I think we're chilling, boys. I think we're chilling. So, how am I going to get Warlord? How are we going to do that? Got the blueprint today. I do need to farm some blue rare monsters in case I get a lot more materials so that I can be ready to stable up and devour for full armored mech. So we're missing a couple blues there, and then he's pretty much set to go to +10. I'm just waiting on the black market materials. But other than that, I think we're good. I think we are good. All right, trials. Some people still think that the trials 5x ticket has not been solved. So that's something we're talking about. Someone would do 1 ticket, then they would do 2 tickets, and it's not close to double. And there is some variance between the loot that you get. But I'm gonna wait and see. I don't know if the numbers are adding up quite yet. We know that PvP is not. We know GVG is not. Ordeal, I thought it was, but some people are giving me some mixed reviews, so we're just gonna kind of wait on that. On the bright side, the devs know, and we're reporting these things as we figure them out, and they've put a lot of effort into moving in the right direction. So if it doesn't happen in one update, I can wait for a second update. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. But oh my goodness, this is the longest trial ever. There is flame in the back. Looks cool. I never got to use him, never got to make him. I got out of raid 1 so quickly. And you're seeing those blueprints, those Warlord blueprints dropping like candy. I think this is the last pack, and then we'll be getting out of here. Hey, another swordsman. So they definitely did increase the rates of the blueprint drop. Definitely noticeable. I've been seeing that amongst friends. Now is the time if you're chasing something, or if you're just a completionist and you want to knock everything out. There's another swordsman. Now is definitely the time to do it. I also do like that we're getting the class experience boost after running raids. It almost feels like it's 100% drop all the time. I don't know if that is confirmed yet, but there you go. Can we click on achievements? It's event. Yeah, it's event. Okay, yeah. There we go. 2 SP. So let me know what you guys think about the guy. I am enjoying it. But we are going to turn this up. Confirm. Bang, bang. If you're wondering where your stat points go if you're a tank, you just found out. Bing, bang, bing. That is from running raids. And there we go. So we are 1 step closer to working on this, to finally getting that coveted diversion to keep us safe in PvP. As always, I appreciate you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.